Good morning, everybody. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. So I got the Trickster Takeover set over the weekend, and I'm going to run through my very first game with that using the Enchantress mod set. And because she was a mystic, it got kind of froggy and decided to do another mystic deal with her. So she's going to go up against Adam Warlock. So let's do setup very quickly. We are doing setup from the standard setup, but for special setup, set the Future of Despair side scheme aside. It's this scheme over here. And then attach a random hypnotic gaze to one of the players, and the others get set aside. So I am going to get for myself the hypnotic gaze. Permanent, my identity gains a defiant trait. If there are 5 more counters there, remove them from here and flip this card. And also, Future Despair means I start out with one on here, so. And then we go to 1B. So we have 1 threat to start, 1 every turn, and 6 to advance. Right now the setup is done. Now let's just go ahead and shuffle up. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Toys R Practice Plan, Warlock's Cape, Counterattack, Karmic Staff, Shake It Off, and Slingshot. Hold on 1 second here. Okay, so I get to pick. Alrighty. I think I can get rid of Counterattack and Shake It Off. And yeah, let's get rid of Practice Plan for right now because I've got no preps in hand. So 3, 1, 2, and 3. All right, so the cards are Defensive Stance, Ready for a Fight, and Cosmic Ward. Alrighty. I'll go ahead and spend 2 resources to play down Cosmic Staff. Resource generator, exhaust Cosmic Staff, get a resource, okay? I'm going to use Cosmic Staff to play Slingshot. Action, spend lightning resource, just did. Put Slingshot into play from your hand under any player's control. Oh look, I'm any player. At the end of the phase, she's still in play, return her to my hand. All right, and because right now, because right now, Enchantress cannot take any damage until this is gone, all right? So Slingshot's gonna exhaust her, remove all the threat from here. So that scheme's discarded. I will not do anything else, so we will just, everybody will ready up. We'll draw back 6. I'm keeping the cape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And at the end of the phase, Slingshot is still in place, so she returns to hand. All right, this might not have been smart, but we're going to do it anyway. All right, so this goes up by 1, so it goes to 2. Enchantress schemes for 2 more plus 3. All right, so it's at 5. And it does have a boost. Choose either to place 1 charm counter on the enchantment card in my play area or discard, or exhaust my identity. I'll exhaust the identity. All right, encounter card is Titania, steady, victory 8. When defeated, I do get the Titanium minion, so that's a plus. All right, I'm going to have to flip to hero form now. I'll spend 1 resource, 2, to bring Adam Warlock's cape into play. After I do Battle Mage, exhaust the cape to ready Warlock. So Adam Warlock didn't do anything yet. All right, I will pop a lightning resource for 1 to do Slingshot again. Slingshot's going to come in and remove 2 threat from this. And drop 1 and 2 to play Karmic Blast. Deal 4 damage to an enemy. I will deal 4 to Titania and discard the top 4 cards of your deck. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Deal an additional damage for each different aspect discarded this way. So 2 more damage to Titania. Warlock will put another damage on Titania. All right, nothing else to do. Slingshot comes back to my hand. Draw up to 5. All right, you toys are enraged. Cosmic Awareness, Pip the Troll, Karmic Blast, and Slingshot. All right, so this goes up by 1. Enchantress will attack me for 1 plus. I gotta take that hit, so 1, 2. All right, so 2 damage on Adam Warlock. Titania's gonna hit me for, I'll let her hit me. So she's gonna hit me for 3. My bad card is, ooh, forgot to put a counter on here. Spell Blast. If your identity has the Defiant trait, I do. Pick 1. Enchantress schemes or she attacks me. She can attack me because I don't want the scheme to go yet. So 1, nothing. So 1, but I now have a boost of that Alluring Call. Temptation, exhaust this card and place a charm counter on my enchantment card. and I play a card reducing the resource by 1. So she's batting her pretty blonde hair at me, trying to get me to do her bidding. In her defense, her hair is pretty luxurious. She probably goes to a good salon. Warlock's going to exhaust to do 1 more damage to Titania, which kills her. When defeated, the player who defeated this minion puts the set-aside Titania ally out of play into my control. So this goes to the victory pile, and I get Titania to come into play. I'm actually going to go ahead and use Warlock's Battle Mage ability and discard a red card to deal 2 damage to an enemy. And because I used Battle Mage, I can use Warlock's Cape, exhaust the Cape to ready Adam Warlock. And I'll put another. And let's just remove threat from the main scheme. All right, Titania is going to exhaust and put 3 damage on Enchantress. I can still do other stuff, so. All right, I will exhaust the Karmic Staff for 1 resource and 2 to play Cosmic Awareness. Remove 3 threat from a scheme and discard up to 4 cards from the top of your deck. I will not discard any of them. I will just remove the basic 3 threat. I really want to play Pit Patrol, but I also want to play Slingshot. But I think I need to get through this deck, so. What the smart thing to do is get her out, so I'm going to play Pip the Troll to play use Slingshot's action ability. So she's back in. She's going to exhaust to put 2 more damage on Enchantress. Where Adam's going to flip to Alter Ego form. And I will do the Alter Ego action, exhaust Alluring Call to discard this card. But before I do, we should talk about the new trait that came in this set. So let me bring Alluring Call to the front. And as a forced action, exhaust this card, place 1 charm counter on the enchantment card in your play area, then play a card from your hand, reducing the cost by 1. So when it says forced action, what it means is before your turn ends, you have to do that. You get to pick when you do it, but it has to be done. So instead of that, I'm going to use my Alter Ego action, because I'm in Alter Ego form, exhaust the card to discard it, so I don't have to deal with that anymore. Sadly, the Hypnotic Gaze I cannot get rid of. That is going to be on my back for the rest of the game, so straighten everybody up. Slingshot goes back to hand, and we draw 2, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. New toys are Aggressive Stance, Mystic Senses, White Widow, Cosmic Ward, Inspired, and Slingshot. You know, I should have said something. So, also, before we do that, for anybody new who's never seen the Adam Warlock hero, his deck building restriction is effectively, he does not get an aspect. He has to pick from, he basically gets all 4 of them, but he has to use 4 out of the 5 aspects, so including pool. And you can only have one copy of a non-Adam Warlock card. All right, so while that's done, oh, sorry, these should have straightened up. All right. One threat on the main scheme. Schemes for 2 plus 3. So 4 on here. Either, and because I do have to deal with this boost, either place a charm counter on the enchantment in my play area or confuse my identity. I don't want to put a charm counter on my identity yet, so I'll confuse Warlock for right now. And he is not in play, it's just a boost. So my bad card for this turn is Puppet Master. Allies cannot thwart this scheme or defend against the villain's attacks. And it is a crisis card, so I'll get another encounter card if I don't deal with that. All right, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Actually, no, hold on. I will not do that. I'll start 1, 2. Yeah, it's still going to be 4, 3, and 4 to play down White Widow. All right, we're going to go ahead and flip Adam Warlock back to hero form. I'm going to exhaust Adam Warlock to remove the confuse that was on him. I'm going to use his Battle Mage ability now. Discard Inspire to give him +1/+1/+1. Exhaust the cape to ready Adam Warlock. And exhaust the cape to, exhaust Warlock again to remove all the threat from there. So Puppet Master is gone. Titania's going to exhaust to remove 2 threat from here. Widow's going to exhaust and remove the remaining 2 threat from here. So the main scheme is empty. I still have some damage on me, but whatever. All right. And we're going to flip up. Do I return from Rodrigo Moore? Draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and the cards I have are Quantum Magic, Think Fast, Cosmic Awareness, Sorcerer Supreme, very important, and Karmic Blast. All right, so we're going to now put 1 threat on the main scheme. Enchantress is going to attack for 1. Warlock will defend. He does have extra defense because of Battle Mage for his turn, so 1 plus 4 total. Subtract 3, so Adam takes 1 damage. So he has 6. Bad card for Warlock is Oak. Okay, he's a little problematic. So he's an automatic attack. All right. I'm going to hold off on Enchantress for right now, but I am going to spend 1 and 2 resources to play down Sorcerer Supreme. I now get +1 hand size. Oh, and I should have another charm counter because of Enchantress' force response after she attacks me. I place an enchantment on here. So no matter what happens, this is going to flip over at some point. You just got to deal with it. All right, now I'm going to spend 2 resources and play Karmic Blast. Deal 4 damage to an enemy and discard 4 cards from the top of your deck. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Deal 1 additional damage to each enemy for each aspect discarded this way. So I discarded 1 aspect card, counter intelligence. So it now deals 5 damage. So Ulik is dead. But force response on Ulik. I'm sorry, when defeated. Enchantress attacks me with +1 attack. So she's attacking for 2 plus. I have to take it 2 plus 1. So total of 3. All right. She's at 9. Only have 11 hit points, so I'm going to have to flip over and do some recovering. I'm going to hold these 2 because I don't want to give either of them consequential just for 1 threat. All right, so everybody will ready. Draw back up to our hand size of 6. The Sorcerer Supreme hand size bonus only affects when you're in hero form. So, all right, so you go here. I just decked out, so a bad card's coming my way. Reshuffle the deck. Okay, crap, I did not deck out yet. Dropped a card on the floor. That explains everything. What's going to happen next turn? All right, my new toys are Energy, Magic Attack, Shield Spell, Mystic Senses, Command Team, and Soul World. All right, so 1 threat on here, 2 more threat because she's scheming, plus whatever my boost card is, 5, 6. All right, 6 threat. So Prime Real Estate has been completed. We now move to 2A. When revealed, if Crown of the Attachment is in play, stun each identity. Otherwise, search the encounter deck and discard pile for the crown and reveal it. All right. It is not in discard pile, so it is coming out. All right, here's the Crown of the Enchantress. After she schemes against you, place a charm counter on the enchantment card. Hero action. Everybody exhausts and takes the damage to discard this card. All right, 2B, 9 threat. If it's completed now, we lose. All right, so that was the scheming and bad cards. First bad card. Enchantress schemes. Oh, and it starts with 2, so my bad. Means for 2 more plus nothing. So it goes to 4. But because of the crown and she did just scheme, I have to put a enchantment on my card. All right. Second bad card. Trickster Tango. Villain game stalwart. Cannot be stunned or confused. 4 threat, and it's got 2 whatchamacallit counters. Alrighty, so Widow's gonna have to exhaust to remove 2 threat from that. So it goes from 4 to 2. Titania will also exhaust to remove 2 threat from that scheme. To get rid of it, Warlock's going to exhaust to heal 3 damage. I'll spend energy to play Mystic Senses. Response after I resolve Battle Mage, draw a card. All right, Warlock's got to flip up. And discard command team for 1 to play Soul World. As your deck runs out of cards, place a soul counter there. An alter ego action, I can exhaust it to heal all my damage. So yes, you need to come into play. I am going to use Warlock's Battle Mage ability and discard a shield spell to deal, and it's a protect card, heal 1 damage from an ally. I'll heal 1 from Titania. Alright, because I use Battle Mage, exhaust you, ready, Adam Warlock. Hero response after you resolve a battle. Warlock's Battle Mage ability, draw another card. Okay. Alright, now we'll spend 1 resource to put down a Cosmic Ward. For a Force Interrupt to cancel a Treachery. Alright, so I am shuffling my deck, so... No, I did 2 bad cards last turn by accident, so... No, I'm not going to do a second. I already did 2 bad cards. I should have done that earlier. Okay. All right, and Warlock's going to exhaust to remove a threat from here. All right. Now we draw back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 because of Mystic Trait. New toys are Spycraft, Karmic Blast, Maria Hill, Agent Coulson, Lion Wait, and Sidearm. All right, Enchantress puts a threat on here. She is going to attack. Oh, sorry, and whenever Soul World's reaction after a deck runs out of counters, put a soul counter here. All right, so today's going to attack for 1 plus nothing, but there is a boost I need to deal with. Forced Temptation. I'm sorry, Kiss of Temptation. Forced action sometime next turn. Exhaust this card. Place a charm counter on the enchantment card on my play area. Draw a card, then discard a card. All right. And she did attack me, so her force response kicks in. Put a 5th counter on Hypnotic Gaze. If there are 5 or more charm counters here, remove each charm counter and flip this card. Trance of Wrath. When revealed, search the top 5 cards of the encounter deck for a card and reveal it. Assault, Enthrall, Brute. Shadows, Spellbound, and Absorbing Man. All right, I will put Absorbing Man in. Guard and Victory 1, okay? And And while Absorbing Man is engaged with me, let's go ahead and zoom into this. While he's engaged with me, he gets X attack, where X is the printed cost, the highest resource card I control. When defeated, I get the Absorbing Man ally from the victory pile in my hand. So good. All right. All right, and all that was from the scheming time. So one bad card is Law of Attraction. When revealed, discard cards from the encounter deck until an enthralled minion is revealed. Discard and reveal it. Oh, crap. The enthralled minion I got is Mr. Zax. Retaliate, victory 1. And none of this has been a treachery, so Cosmic Ward won't defeat it, so yay. All right. It's okay, we're heroes. We can deal with this. All right. How we're going to deal with this, though. All right, Warlock is going to exhaust to put 1 damage on Absorbing Man. Then he's going to use Battle Mage to discard a yellow aspect card, so I remove 2 threat from a scheme. Yep. So I'll remove it from you. The Warlock capability, after I resolve Battle Mage, exhaust to ready Adam Warlock, and my successes after I resolve Battle Mage, draw a card. Okay, so I got its own sound, so I can get that down, but I really want to see if I can, oh, I can kill one of those 2. All right, I'll pay 1 resource, 1 here. And I will play Spycraft. Play only if I control a spy character. I do. When I reveal an encounter card, discard it and cancel the effects and reveal another one, okay? And I'll spend 1. Two resources. Yeah, I'll spend 2. Drop a Karmic Blast. Deal 4 damage to an enemy, and I am going to play Karmic Blast, but before I do, I want to check something. Who's more? All right. That's the Absorbing Man ally I'll get if I beat him. And that is a Zax ally, like if I get him. Oh, and to make matters worse, before we even go that far, I did not do Zax's ability. Response. When revealed, discard the top 4 cards of your deck. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, 4 cards. Take 1 indirect damage for each printed lightning resource. So all right, I think I'm just going to go ahead and put the 4 damage from Karmic Blast onto Absorbing Man, make a total of 5. And I'll discard 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I got 2 aspect cards. Deal extra damage for that. So that brings it to 7. Absorbing Man is dead. He goes into the victory pile, and I get the Absorbing Man ally. And this goes away. And here's the Absorbing Man ally. So when I attack or thwart, exhaust an upgrade or support I control, he gets X to that printed card's cost to a max of 3. So he can smack me for 6 if I had a helicarrier in here, but I can only smack him for 4. All right, I see how y'all doing. All right, but I am going to use him. He takes 2 consequential on his attacks. And I will exhaust Sorcerer Supreme because I don't need to do anything for that. And he's going to attack Enchantress for 1, 2, 3. Okay. 10. All right, we're going to exhaust Titania and deal her consequential damage to remove 2 threat from Sovereign Sorceress. Warlock's going to exhaust to put any damage on Zax. He doesn't retaliate, so Warlock get hit for retaliate. Now he's going to Alter Ego. I'm going to exhaust Soul World and remove a counter from it to heal all Adam Warlock's damage. Should have used this earlier, but oh well, I'll leave it. We'll keep Marie in hand for right now. And everybody will straighten back up to because he doesn't have a lot of scheme. So it's unlikely that I'll scheme out this turn, but you never know. So we dropped 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. New toys are Shield Spell, Command Team, Energy, Slingshot's back, Cosmic Awareness, and Maria Hill. One on here. Enchantress schemes for 2 more, so a total of 5. Plus whatever this is, 6. And a boost on that freak. Either place a charm counter on my oh wait. Okay. So either place a charm enchantment on my enchantment or confuse my identity. Okay, I'll confuse Adam. Just a boost. Zax hits for 1 more. All right, as long as we don't get an advance, we will win. That card is. Well, I forgot to exhaust this last turn, so I did that. My bad card is Love Concoction. Actually, let me show y'all what it does, because our cards are tricky. Another one of those 4 stacks I told you about earlier. Exhaust this card, place a charm counter on an enchantment in your play area to ready my identity. Okay, that's fine. All right, I am going to use the Alter Ego action to exhaust this to discard it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and use energy for 2 to bring in everybody's favorite boss lady, Maria Hill. After you display, each player draws a card. No more Alter Ego stuff I can deal with, so we're going to flip up. Maria's going to exhaust to remove 2 threat from the main scheme. All right, I'm going to exhaust the Karmic Staff to use Slingshot's action to put her into play. So I know we have a lot of allies on the board, but the 2 allies that we got from defeating the minions do not count towards your ally limit. So I'm still at the limit 1, 2, and 3. And I'm not going to play another one this turn, so. All right, so Slingshot's going to exhaust 2. She'll thwart for 2. I'm sorry, she's going to hit Enchantress for 2. 12. Titania's going to go out like a gangster and deal 3 damage to Enchantress, bringing her to 15. Her, whatchamacallit, is 15, so stage 1 is done. She flips stage 2. Steady, she gets steady and toughness. Let's bring her out to the front so y'all can see. When revealed, in standard mode, put the set aside Future of Despair into play and place 3 more threat on it per player. All right, Future of Despair. All right. Oh, not this again. Future of Despair. She is stalwart and she can't take damage. She's also toughness, so that's tough. When revealed, place a charm counter on each enchantment in play. All right. A little problematic, but I think we can deal with this. All right, so all that's done. I am finally going to do the forced action on Trance of Wrath. Exhaust this card and take 1 indirect damage. Deal 2 damage to a minion. All right, and also Titania is gone. So once these special allies die, they go into the victory display. So Titania is not coming back. She should, but she's not.
I think that is so true.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and use battle. No, Adam Warlock is going to exhaust 2. Okay, children, I have a thought. When you attack someone, if they have a tough status card on them, that takes precedence over the attack. So I can use Adam Warlock to remove that tough, and it won't deal with that because she didn't take any damage in the first place. Yes, we're going to do that. Adam Warlock's exhausting to pop that tough off Enchantress. Then he's going to use Battle Mage and discard a blue card to give a hero +1 thwart, +1 attack, and +1 defense. Hero response: after I resolve Battle Mage, exhaust the cape to ready. After I resolve Battle Mage, draw a card. Another Cosmic Ward, okay. All right, so now Adam Warlock's removed for 2 threat. He will exhaust 2. Oh, nuts, I didn't see that again. Okay, we're going to reverse that. He did not remove the tough from Enchantress. All he did was remove his confuse. So now he's going to exhaust confuse to thwart this 2. All right, so then next thing we're going to do is Absorbing Man's going to attack. He'll exhaust Sorcerer's Supreme to deal 3 damage, 1, 2, 3, to Zax. Zax has a total of 6 damage on him now. So he's defeated. You join the club. After you... All right, come on in here, y'all. Response. After Zach centers play, search the top 5 cards in my deck for a card with the printed lightning resource and add it to my hand. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I will get Quantum Magic. Add that to hand. I'm looking at my discard pile, trying to see if it fills the right place. So, discard you to play Quantum Magic. Get Phil back in the hand. Oh, so never mind. Before I do Zach's, kid's gonna exhaust for 1. To remove the tough from Enchantress. We're going to cast Cosmic, use Cosmic Ward for 1 to play Quantum Magic. Choose a card in my discard pile, add it to my hand. Sorry, let me bring that up a little for you. Choose a card in my discard pile, add it to my hand. I will not bring Phil back out. What I will do is get my homeboy Karmic Blast back. Let me make sure before I do that. No, I will not do Karmic Blast. I can... Oh, no, that's better. Okay. I will get Zone of Silence. That's the card I got. I'll use Cosmic Awareness for 1 resource. To pay for a Zone of Silence, choose a scheme, discard up to 4 cards from top of my deck, remove 1 threat from each scheme. All right, so I'll discard 4 and, yep, remove 4 threat from this scheme. All right. How many cards are left in my deck? So, all right, I will not do Magic Attack yet. I'm not doing anything with Widow until I have a trigger to at least heal her for something. Okay, so everybody will straighten up. Get rid of that, so I'll keep shield spell. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Toys are Counterintelligence, Strength, Quantum Magic, Think Fast, Mystic Senses, and Shield Spell. And Slingshot should have returned to hand or last turn, so one of these I do not have. So I don't have Think Fast, but I have Slingshot back in hand. All right, put a threat on here. Enchantress is going to attack for 2. Marie will defend. Yeah, Marie will defend that. 2 plus. Nothing but a boost. Put an enchantment. Put a charm counter on my enchantments. And my bad card is Spellbound. Each player who has Spellbound. When defeated, each player who has that defined identity. Oh, it's when it's defeated. Okay, I'll worry about that later. All right, I'm going to spend 2 resources on strength to play down second Mystic Senses. After resolve Battle Mage ability, draw a card. There's that. Hero response after I resolve Adam Warlock's Battle Mage ability, draw a card. I'm going to go ahead and use Battle Mage now. Oh, Warlock didn't exhaust to defend. He just... Yeah, so he's ready, all right? So before we do that, Adam Warlock will exhaust and remove a threat from Spellbound. Then he's going to use Battle Mage. Yes, and he will discard that green card. His protection, heal 1 damage from an ally. So I'm going to heal a damage from Yelena. Now she's going to thwart to remove 2 threat from this and take a second consequential. Oh, sorry, I did the Battle Mage thing. So after I did Battle Mage, ready Adam Warlock. After you resolve Battle Mage, draw a card. Draw a card because I have 2 of them, okay? And 1 and 2 resources to play Counterintelligence. Now, interrupt when any threat we place on the main scheme, discard it, prevent 3 of the threat. Okay, so you can come here. All right, now we'll use 1 lightning resource to do Slingshot's ability. I love her so much. Like, she is so good. All right. She's going to exhaust to remove... No, she won't exhaust to do anything yet. Warlock will exhaust to remove the last threat from Spellbound. When defeated, each player whose identity has enthralled, which I do, discards a card I control. I'll discard the Spycraft. All right, Slingshot will exhaust and remove 2 threat from the main scheme. I will hold on to Karmic Blast till next turn. Oh, and I have to do... So I have to do the Trance of Wrath's ability. Exhaust this card, take 1 indirect damage, and deal 2 damage to a minion. So let's push that up a little bit for y'all. So the thing about those, unfortunately, is... Forced action starts in exhaust a card. That's the cost. I have to pay that. Then the stuff after the arrow, I have to do as much of that as I can. So I do have to take an indirect damage, even though there's not a minion to put that on. Actually, no. Adam Warlock will not take the indirect damage. Slingshot will take the indirect damage. So 1 for her thwart and 1 for the indirect damage, because she's coming back to my hand in a minute. I don't have that many expensive cards, so Absorb Mancy's going to attack and exhaust Sorcerer Supreme to put 3 damage on Enchantress. Alright, so Absorbing Man is gone. Everybody straightens up. I'm going to hold Zax for right now. Slingshot returns to hand. I'm going to keep the Karmic Blast. You drop to 6, so 1, 2, 3. Bad card for decking out. Soul counter on Soul World. Then we shuffle and continue drawing. Three, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. New toys are Agent Coulson, Command Team, Energy, Counterattack, Slingshot, and a Karmic Blast. Alright, so 1 threat goes on the main scheme. Enchantress attacks for 2 plus... Yeah, 2 attacks for 2 plus 3, and total of 4. And place a charm counter on my enchantment. Yay. Oh, wait, I've been screwing that up. Okay. So when a charm counter would be placed on the enchant card in your play area, if you're enthralled, and I am, instead place a threat there. Okay, so this should be at 7. Okay, not great, but we can still deal with that. First card. Cinders. Attacks deal indirect damage. When revealed, if your identity has Defiant, Cinder activates against you. If you are enthralled, give him a tough card, okay? Second bad card. Whirlwind. Quick strike, so he hits me for 1. Yeah, so he hits me for 1. After Whirlwind attacks, you take 1 damage for each side scheme in play. There aren't any on that end. All right, so Zax is going to exhaust to remove 3 threat from this scheme. It makes 2 consequential damage from thwarting, so he's going to be thwarting right now a lot. I'm going to exhaust Warlock to pop the Tough off of Cinder. I'm going to use Battle Mage and discard a red card to deal 2 damage to an enemy. I will deal it to the Enchantress. Exhaust the Cape to ready. Draw a card, draw a card. I'm going to spend 2 energy. Drop a Karmic Blast on the Enchantress. Deal 4 damage to her. And discard 4 cards from the top of my deck. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Deal 1 additional damage for each additional aspect that was drawn that way. So 2 more damage. Not the worst of ideas, but wait, there's more. I'm going to discard Cosmic Ward for 1. to play Quantum Magic. To use a card in my discard pile, add it to my hand. I'll add the Karmic Blast back. Do you think we're going to shoot him again? Yes, we are. So, two more resources. Play Karmic Blast. Put 4 more damage on Enchantress. And discard it to 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 2 extra damage. It's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, that's wonderful news. We just won. Yeah, that back-to-back Karmic Blast prevented me from even needing to bring Slingshot back out, because the intent was to just Warlock's attacking, Widow's attacking, Slingshot's attacking, and that should kill him if I didn't draw. But I did, so I am very happy. We worked our magic, and the Enchantress can no longer work hers. Either way, thank y'all very much for hanging out with me this afternoon playing. I do greatly appreciate you more than you could possibly imagine, and I will catch y'all in the next video. Take care.